Hello ladies and gentlemen, guys and ghouls. Welcome to the show. My name's Kevin and this is my channel, The Art of Horror. Today I'm doing some more subscriber suggested art, this time from subscriber Fuzzy Flesh Eater, and I'll be drawing for you a gremlin from, of course, the movie Gremlins and Gremlins 2, the new batch. The name Gremlin has a very interesting history, having origins in the USA. They were a metaphor that pilots in aviation used for unforeseen problems, and were first portrayed on safety posters as warnings to those in the aviation industry, and they seem to be derived from the imps of English folklore. Gremlins is a 1984 comedy horror directed by Joe Dante and released by Warner Brothers. The story revolves around Billy, whose father, an inventor, finds him an odd present whilst away at a convention, bringing Billy home a mogwai for his Christmas present for his son. The mogwai comes with a strange set of rules. Rule 1. No bright light. They don't like bright lights. Rule 2. Don't get them wet. And the final rule, Rule 3. Never feed them after midnight, no matter how much they beg. The original Gremlins is one of my all-time favourite movies. And weirdly, I see it as a Christmas movie. They seem to play it every year at Christmas as well, so I enjoy that time of year when it comes around and I can bring a bit of horror into my Christmas time, as opposed to bad clothes as presents from relatives. The mogwai are incredibly cute creatures, unless of course you feed them after midnight, at which point they go into a hibernation stage and emerge as evil gremlins. These reptilian creatures are extremely mischievous and evil, and much like their aviation poster counterparts, love creating havoc through machinery and causing technical problems until all-out havoc is achieved. I don't know how many times I've watched the first Gremlins, too many to count, and I pretty much know the movie off by heart. It spawned one sequel, Gremlins 2, the new batch, and whilst not, in my mind, as good as the first film, is still up there as one of my favourite films to watch. I remember being a teenager watching it in the theatre and being absolutely gobsmacked when a gremlin combines spider DNA with his own and undergoes a metamorphosis. Upon this metamorphosis, they play a segment out of the Slayer's song, Angel of Death, with that mad guitar solo, and as a teenager it was my penultimate metal riff. Seeing these two things combined definitely made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, and is still one of the most memorable cinematic moments I've ever had in my entire life. I never thought I'd hear Slayer in the cinema. I don't think I'd like to see a Gremlins sequel made today, because of course it would get the inevitable workover with computer graphics, and I think it would lose a lot in that transition. Chris Wallace did the special effects for the original movie, and Rick Baker, who is one of my favourite makeup artists ever, being the guy who did the special effects for American Werewolf in London. So I really appreciated this suggestion, Fuzzy Flesh Eater, and I really enjoyed drawing this picture. I used charcoals and a titch of watercolour for the highlights on watercolour paper for this artwork. It took about an hour and a half. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the like button. If you're new to this channel and you'd like to see more videos like this from me, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Kevin for The Art of Horror. I'll be back with some VR artwork next. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye for now.